Hello, collective. It's G here from Golden Thread Tarot, and I'm here to bring you another channeled message. I hope this message is finding you blessed and full of abundance, as always, my sweets. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into the reading, as always. Okay, so we're going to be using the Murder of Crows Tarot today. And while I was shuffling, the Strength card pulled itself from the deck. So Spirit really wants to talk to you guys here today, okay, about persevering through something that has really been taking a lot of energy from you. Spirit is saying that they want you to see this kind of thought process of persevering as a little bit different than you've been. It's not that Spirit is that you've been, excuse me, sorry, I'm kind of jumping ahead, that you've been seeing it in the past, okay? It's not about you enduring the pain or the heaviness or holding on to the loads. I'm seeing like the 10 of Pentacles, or not 10, well, 10 of Pentacles, I guess, if I said it, but I was trying to say 10 of wands, but like 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords. There's a lot of 10 energy here where Spirit is saying like it's time, the end of a cycle of you carrying carrying a very heavy load is coming to an end. There's something here that it kind of seems like you've been really forcing yourself to carry or forcing yourself to deal with. Somebody in your past or in your childhood or could have made you feel like it was your job or your fate or destiny or your purpose was to carry this weight that you've been enduring. But Spirit is saying that they don't want you to carry it anymore. Also, some of you have been enduring or holding out on a situation, have been keeping a connection or a situation going because you've really waiting for your justice. There's the 10 of Wands that I was talking about. Okay, you've been really waiting for your justice to come through in this situation, but Spirit is saying you've just been waiting for this with this 3 of Wands and this Justice card. You've been waiting for this justice, but you've been enduring a situation, right? Waiting for justice to come about in this situation, right? Waiting for something that you feel promised or something that you felt like should be showing up for you or should be being there for you. And Spirit is saying with this Murder of Crows deck, I feel really drawn. Usually the messages come out here are usually about, which I'm discovering as I have this deck, are really a lot about your shadow energy or about your ego for me personally, right? So Spirit is saying that perhaps something that you've really been holding on to has really been your shadow, right? It's really been your shadow self or your ego self really wanting you to hold on and hold out to a situation. That it's just been this 10 of Wands energy here for you, okay? And it's up to you guys to know what it is. You know, it could be a work situation, it could be a family situation, it could be some kind of, I'm hearing duty or something that you felt like that you were supposed to be doing out of duty. It could have been something you've been enduring because you thought it was part of your spiritual path to go through that. And Spirit is saying that it is time for you to come to a place where you're ready to kind of let that go, because it's actually been causing a lot of undue burdens to be in your path, or a lot of obstacles. Searching for this justice or searching for this thing that you keep waiting, that you feel like you're owed or you feel like you're due, is actually keeping you at a distance. Sitting here waiting and persevering and going through this and forcing something, seeing how that person is forcing the lion's mouth open, it looks very painful, right? It's like you're forcing something because you feel like you were waiting for something to happen. You were waiting for your justice to come in this situation. But Spirit is saying like you're really lingering. It's really keeping you lingering around, right? And I'm just going to give this example. This doesn't have to be your example, but it's kind of the energy that I'm getting, where it's like you stay in a workplace because you want to see that coworker that did you dirty get their comeuppance. Or like you're staying in a relationship with somebody because you feel like, this could be something that's a little less egotistical, where it's like you're staying in this relationship because you felt like you were owed this person acting a certain way to you. Like you're like, this person should have treated me this way, or this person should have been there for me or supported me, but they're not. But you're sticking around in this relationship waiting for them to give you the love and the attention and the affection that they should have been giving you this whole time. But you're enduring this energy of, well, in the future it will be different. Well, they should be doing this and they should be doing that, but they're not, you know? And Spirit is saying, like, this is a lot of burden on your back that you're enduring because you're trying to force this person or force a situation to happen in your timing, or to force this person to treat you in a way that they don't want to treat you. And it can be very heartbreaking to realize a person in your life, they just want to treat you like shit. And it might not be because they really consciously want to treat you that way, but they are, right? They are. And it could be something different. It could be because of their own burdens. It could be because of their own demons. It could be because of their own shadow side. It could be because of their own unhealed state. But you are enduring this and actually prolonging your suffering because you want the situation to be different, but it's not. Yeah. So this is a part of your ego kind of being like, no, I want to endure and I want to stay because it should be the way I want it to be. Right. And we've all been in situations like this. There's no judgment here for me on this, but there is this sense of Spirit telling you, Nine of Pentacles, it's time for you to gain your independence from this. Right. There's something here really about the energy of 3 as well. The Chariot. Yeah, it's Spirit is, well, you see that star up there? Spirit is really trying to guide you somewhere else. Spirit is saying that it's time for you to leave this situation and to go somewhere else, to stop waiting for your justice to show up in this situation. So if this is a situation where you know that you're in a relationship, or that you're having a relationship with a family member or with a friend or whatever, whoever it is, and you're just waiting around for this person to finally realize and recognize your worth and see your worth, Spirit is saying that you're just doing, you're doing the most for yourself right now, right? In the negative, right? But it's really your shadow self that's really encouraging you to stick around and stay in this situation, because a part of your shadow feels like it's kind of angry. This Justice card is giving me this angry feeling, like, how dare this person treat me this way? Like, how dare they treat me this way? Like, I deserve to be recognized. I deserve to be seen. I deserve to be loved. Don't they see how valuable I am? Don't they see who I am? Shouldn't they recognize me for everything that I'm worth? They should, but they don't. And sticking around in this situation is not going to make them change. Some of y'all needed to hear that. Woo wee. Okay, tell me more about this Justice card, please, Spirit. Tell me more about this Justice card, please. Thank you. There we go. Ooh, yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. On the back of the deck, the Star card that I was talking about. There's that star energy guiding you, leading you. This Justice card is 100% for a lot of you. Now, let it resonate as it does for you. But at 2 of Cups and the Knight of Cups, this is 100% for a lot of you about the fact that you think that your justice is this person coming forward and really recognizing your worth. In whatever way that is, right? This person should be stepping forward and being like, oh my God, I'd be so lucky to be with you. Oh my God, I can't believe I was treating like trash in the beginning. Or I can't believe that I didn't recognize your value or your worth. Here I am, and I'm ready to step up, and I'm ready to be with you. I'm ready to bring this love offer to you. And a lot of you feel like that is the justice that you deserve. And the fact of the matter is, you do deserve that. But it doesn't mean that this person is the right person to give it to you. You do really deserve that, but you deserve to be with a person that you don't have to go through a 10 of Wands to get it from them. It shouldn't be this hard. It doesn't have to be this hard. It doesn't have to be this difficult. It doesn't have to, you don't have to endure. Love doesn't have to feel like you have to endure to be worthy of it. And it shouldn't make you. And if you're with anybody that makes you feel like you should endure pain or this 10 of Wands energy to be with them, in whatever capacity that is, you know, if it's a job, they feel like you should just suffer and suffer and give and give and give, you know, just so that you can say that you're an employee there, so that you can get a paycheck. Or if this is a family member, they feel like they should be able to act or treat you or talk to you any way that they want to, that they should just be able to call you at any time of the day, any time of the night, and get whatever they need from you, regardless if they don't show up in the same way for you, right? There is a situation here that you have been enduring that is not giving to you, that is not showing up for you the way that you deserve. And it's because, and your shadow self is stepping up and saying, you do deserve this. You do deserve to have somebody that treats you right. You do deserve a job that treats you right, a family member that treats you right. You do deserve that. But is it really going to come from this person? Do you really want it to come in a sense of where you have to give an ultimatum to this person? But you have to get in the shadow energy and endure all of their bullshit and endure their lies and endure whatever. Do you guys remember? It's Spirit showing it to me now. That kind of viral video of that woman that she she was in there, and I think she was on live. She was on Facebook or Instagram live, something like that. And she was like, why as women do we fight so hard for men who don't, if that's or your partners in general, right? Let it resonate as it does for you. For partners who, you know, our jealousy or our competition will make us fight side chicks or make us fight people. And it's like, just so that you can say, well, he's coming home to me. And she's like, what did you win? Like, what are you fighting so hard for? Let her have him, right? Let her have his lies. Let her have the worried nights. Let her have, what did she win? Let her have him, right? But we'll endure that just so we can say, well, he's coming home to me. Well, he's calling me his wife, But yet you're fighting for a person that's still making you an option. Even though you're the one he's coming home to lay down with, he still spends time at her house. And you have this competition where it's like, but I won, he's mine. He's mine. You might have him on the weekends. You might have him here. You might have him there. Let her have him. And that's what I'm hearing. I'm seeing that and I'm hearing that. Let her have him. Some of y'all need to realize that, right? Let her have him. If this person wants to be for the streets, let the streets have him. Let him have him. Because you got other shit to do. And you do deserve more. You do deserve more. You don't deserve a person that has you sitting up waiting. You don't deserve a person that's not answering your texts. You don't deserve a person that's using and abusing you. You don't deserve a person that has side people. You don't deserve a person that makes you feel unimportant. You don't deserve a person that doesn't have time to text you back or call you or come spend time with you unless they want something from you or unless they want you to undo your pants. You do deserve that. You do deserve a person that doesn't make you go through all of this. And that's what your shadow self is trying to tell you. You're so angry and you're so mad, but you're sitting here waiting for this justice to come from somebody who's not going to bring it to you. And even if they did show up and finally give you them and be like, guess what? I choose you. They're bringing all their burdens and all their everything. Like, why do you think that if it was a burden to get in a relationship with this person, that it won't be a burden to be in a relationship with this person? That just hit for some of y'all. I heard that. I felt that in my heart chakra. That really just hit for some of y'all. And I hope that it did. I hope that it did. Right? Spirit is trying to tell you that they are trying to bring you justice in this situation. And that you, Queen of Swords, you need to show up for yourself. You need to give boundaries. You need to put boundaries up between you and this energy. Right? Because look how, right? The shadow is different, right? The shadow energy is here with this sword up like, fuck, F this. This person shouldn't be treating me this way. I got this sword in my hand and I'm ready to use it. F this. F this. Call them, text them, show up, tell them you deserve so much more. Well, of course, that's how your shadow is going to tell you to handle it, right? And here you are, your real self is hesitant to cut this off. You're hesitant to hold up that sword. You're hesitant to use it. While your shadow self is like big mad in the background, like call them, text them, call them for a fourth time. Who cares? Because your shadow, right, will let you know how you really feel. They might not tell you to do it in the best way, right? But there's a reason that we have our shadow, and that during our process, our spiritual process and our awakening process, it's important to not destroy your shadow. That's never the goal, is to destroy your shadow. It's to integrate the knowledge that your shadow has about yourself. It has your darkest wants and deep, well, maybe not to say darkest, but yes, it holds those too, but your deepest wants and desires and knowledge about yourself. All the parts of yourself that you don't acknowledge, all the parts of yourself that you don't want to give time to, your shadow sits there and holds that energy for you. And when you ignore it and ignore it and ignore it and push it down and push it down, push it down, it will come up in very unhealthy ways. It will make you lash out. It will make you snap. It will make you fight. It will make you, run. It will make you, punch that bitch in the mouth. It will make you do some crazy things, right? Because you will build up and build up and build up until your shadow is like, snap. It's time to snap. It's time for me to come out. It's time for me to lash out. It's time for me to get angry. It's time for me to get petty. It's time for me to fight that. It's time for me to sit there and wait in the dark until he pulls up. It's time for me to throw all his shit in the front yard. That's your shadow. But underneath it all, underneath the wild behavior, the inappropriate, the unhealthy response, that, or the unhealthy reaction that your shadow wants you to have, underneath that is how you truly feel, which is, I don't fucking deserve this. I don't deserve this. It shouldn't feel this way. And when you ignore your shadow, it will stand back there like, I'm about to cut you. I'm about to call this person and while out. I'm about to show up. I'm about to pull up at their job. I'm about to haul off and hit this person in the mouth, right? And like I said, your shadow will make you have some crazy reactions. But your shadow whispering in your ear, spirit wants you to get to the place where you can hear your shadow say, punch that bitch in the mouth. And then your logical brain says, no, we can't do that. But why do I feel that way? There's a reason I feel that way. This person is disrespecting me. This person is trying to take advantage of me. This person is trying to cross my boundaries. And although I don't need to respond in the way my shadow might want me to respond, I need to understand that my shadow is having that reaction for a reason. There is a deeper reason behind it, right? Because there is a call for balance here in this situation within you. Because your unhealed shadow, oh yeah, it'll make you want to wild out. It's that unhealed shadow that'll have men being like, my ex was crazy. And that's not necessarily funny for real. It is important that we heal those parts of ourselves so that we're not wilding out like that on people. So we're not lashing out, so that we're not doing those things. But it's your shadow that's like, hey, act crazy, act the fool. I'm going to show out. Because underneath it, your shadow is that unhealed, unlistened to child. It's like, it's like that unhealed part of your inner child that's like, my parents isn't paying attention to me, so I'm a wild out. I'm a fight at school. I'm gonna get into, I'm gonna do all of this stuff for attention, right? Because I need to be paid attention to. There's an emotion here of that I am pushing down inside of me that is coming up in unhealthy ways. My shadow is saying, this isn't right. And your shadow knows. Your shadow knows it's like, this isn't right. However, your shadow is also like that wildin' friend that'll be like, if I was you, I'd go over there and do this. Cut. Did you just hear what that person said to you? You gonna let them talk to you like that? And then your logical brain kicks in and says, I don't want to get in a fight. I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to do that. But I am going to tell her, don't test my boundaries. I'm not the one. I'm going to keep it classy, but I'm not the one. Go take that smoke to somebody else. Right? Because I got the sword, and if I need to, I'll use it. I don't want to, though. I don't want it to get there, right? But when we're not listening to our shadow, when we're not really listening to that inner voice that's really telling us, hey, this is effed up and somebody's really doing you dirty, this will pop up. So if you've been feeling yourself wild, and if you've been feeling that kind of energy, like, I can't believe this person's treating me this way, it makes me just want to, that's your shadow being like, oh, hell no. Oh, no, they didn't just say that. Oh, no, they didn't just do that. Oh, no, this person's did they just call forward me? The fuck? That's that, right? Which is why it's important, like I said, to integrate your shadow, because then your logical mind, you realize that you have the strength to not, like I said, react as soon as your shadow goes, oh, you go, no, we can't do that. But I feel you. I feel you. But we can't do that. So what are we going to do? Right? Your shadow side is that buck friend that's ready, this rough and ready all the time, right? Wild out, cry, act crazy, do this, do that, right? Act quote unquote crazy, right? And although underneath the you should wild out, it is a person that's being like, oh, nobody's going to talk to my friend like that. Oh, you shouldn't allow yourself to be disrespected like that. But the way that we use this information from our shadow is very important. Oh yeah. And this shadow energy here can really be, it can really be affecting the way we're showing up. It can cause a lot of chaos and confusion before you integrate your shadow into yourself. But it's important that we don't ignore it, because it has, like I said, important information about our boundaries and about how, okay. Our emotions are our internal guidance system, right? Some of you might want to check out Abraham Hicks. Okay. Knight of Swords. Oh, yeah. Some of y'all want to pop off. Some of y'all are really angry, right? Your shadow is holding a lot. It's holding a lot of anger. Not only about this situation, but I feel like this situation is triggering deeper shadow wounds that need to be healed inside of you, right? Yeah. So it's important that we allow, like, our logical brain to step up and go, okay, wait a minute. Let's come up with a response to this, not a reaction. Instead of texting them a bunch, instead of calling them a bunch, instead of showing up, instead of enduring this while the whole time we're sitting there going, I shouldn't be treated this way. I really shouldn't be being treated this way. Why the hell is this person treating me this way? Why don't they treat me better? I don't know. Why don't you just walk away? Right? Why don't you just walk away? Why don't you say, I don't need to be treated this way, and I'm not going to stay? Now, I understand, right? That's not the easiest thing to go, I'm just going to quit. I'm not, if this is about a job, I'm not saying you should quit on the spot. No. But if you're unhappy and they're mistreating you, and you don't see any upward mobility, and they don't want to pay you what you deserve, yeah. Start putting your CV out there, right? Dust out that CV and update it. Start putting feelers out there. Start going to interviews. Start using your off days to create a better future for yourself. Right? I'm holding the deck upside down. Yeah. Spirit wants you to really understand that a part of a self-love journey It's not just about being that queen of cups to yourself. It's not just about, you know, giving yourself facials or going to get massages or, you know, eating healthy or taking care of your body. It's also about learning when you need to be that queen of swords and say, oh no, hell no. Oh no, hell no. I got boundaries and you're going to get burned. Right? And that doesn't mean that you have to be violent. That doesn't mean that you have to show out. And in fact, spirit, for a lot of you, spirit wants you guys to cultivate more of a, I'm gonna let my moves and my actions speak for me. Right? Because for some of you, you're like going back and forth, arguing, fighting for this person. How dare you show up? How dare you cheat on me? How dare you do this? How dare you not recognize my worth? How dare you not do this? But you're not doing something to remove yourself from the situation. You're just waiting for this other person or this other, or your circumstances to just change so that you'll feel better. And spirit saying, be that change for yourself. Be that change for yourself and stand up and go, no. When I say I'm not going to deal with this, I fucking mean it. Goodbye. Look, some of y'all, this relationship, I want y'all to just look at this Knight of Wands, okay? Some of y'all are dealing with somebody that's putting it on you, and you're like digmatized by it, and you're like, oh, it's just every time they come over and they get in my bed, it's just so, or like the chemistry between the two of y'all, or just like there's something about it that's very tempting. It's giving me a very temptation, a very kind of devil energy. Okay, there is this draw, there is this allure to stay in this situation for you, right? So while on one side your shadow self is being like, oh hell no, your shadow self is also being like, but I kind of like this, but I also kind of like this. And I feel like the allure of this, underneath the allure, the temptation energy here, you feel very magnetized or drawn to the situation because of the lesson it has for you, right? You feel very drawn into this person. The chemistry is off the chain. It's fire in the bedroom, or whatever it is. Whatever it is that's keeping you around in this situation, you know, it's because you need to learn a lesson. It's very karmic in this sense, that there is a lesson here you need to learn, that this person is teaching you. And for a lot of you, I feel like you have been thinking that the lesson is endure, stand up for yourself, show out, show up loudly, and this person will bend to your will. For a lot of you, it is, I'm going to cut a bitch off when I need to. Sometimes I don't need to fight. I'm going to just let my moves show it. When you show, I'll give you a chance. But when you continue to show me that this is the behavior, that this is how you're going to treat me, I'm gone. I'm out of here. I'm detached. No, I'm not going to help you. No, I'm not going to show up for you. No, my phone's on silent. Don't call me in the middle of the night. No. No, I told you I want a real relationship. Don't hit me up at 3 o'clock in the morning with a you up. No, I'm not. And even if I am, I'm not up for you. No. I'm not okay with the crumbs. No, I'm not okay. I told you the price was $20. No, I'm not going to take a wet, crumpled up one out of your pocket. No, the hell? A single bill? I told you what it was. And that's going to be what it is. My boundaries are what they are. My expectations are what they are. If you can't show up, that's your issue. That's your problem. Spirit is saying the work that you keep feeling is so impending here, you're projecting that this person needs to do work. And I'm not saying that they don't, right? Because they do sound like, or this situation does sound like it's not very healthy, right? And I'm not saying that they don't, right, need to do work. But the work that you need to concentrate is the work you need to work on, which is asking yourself, why? Why am I enduring this situation? Why, there's obviously something here I need to heal. Why am I sticking around for this? Why am I still here? Why am I enduring this? Why am I dealing with this? I don't got to deal with this. The hell? Yeah. There's a cycle here that spirit, that spirit wants you to move on. Spirit wants you to move on from this past cycle here. Okay, there are lots of opportunities coming here for you, and when you cut this off, like I said, you're at the 10. When you start over at the 1 and cut this situation off, wow, there's so many doorways and opportunities, right? When you stop giving options and space and time and your mental energy and your love energy, or your time to a job, to a place, to a thing that is not serving you, spirit will say, cool, they don't want that anymore, I'm gonna bring something different in. Right? That's just more energy that you can give towards something that's actually working out in your favor, right? And how with this high priestess, right? Spirit, you know that spirit has been telling you this. You know that spirit has been telling you that it's time, right? Your intuition has been telling you it's time. Listen to your intuition telling you that this person, this place, this thing is not for you. And you will know that because you don't feel happy here. Excuse me. In the past, you were probably you were taught that it was okay that you're unhappy, that you're meant to endure your unhappiness to keep this situation going. And you don't. You definitely don't have to do that, right? But this whole situation definitely depends, Two of Swords, on you. You taking off that blindfold and not staying. This person and their actions is keeping you triggered, and it's keeping you blinded to the real lesson, which is you need to work on why you feel like you need to stay in this situation. Right? What's that shadow? Look how that shadow is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's looming over you, telling you, work on this. Work on this. Death. It's time for this to end. For a lot of you, this is going to come with an ego death as well. You might have gone through several ego deaths. We go through several kind of like parts of ourselves that, parts of ourselves that get shut down, that we unsubscribe to, and that we have to go through like a recovery period, creating those new paradigms, those new thought processes, and then, oh, this other part of yourself needs to be worked on, and it needs to be shut down, and then you need to do the same process. Your healing process is not just a straight line. It's got peaks and valleys. It's got ups and downs. It's got good times. It's got bad times. It's got heavy times. It's got light times. It's got fun times. It's got the BS. And spirit has been wanting you to know that you've been in this kind of valley energy far too long because you've been keeping yourself there. Yeah, I'm hearing say, know your worth. Know that you're worth so much more than dealing with this devil energy. This is a karmic energy that you've been needing to learn. And does that mean that this person is an evil person? No. And I feel like that for a lot of you, that's probably why you've been sticking around, because it's not like, oh, this is toxic, right? For some of you, maybe. For a lot of you, I feel like that's kind of been, but the temptation and the draw here with this person has very much so been, there is a lesson here to learn. And like I said, for a lot of you, I feel like it is in a love situation here. And I definitely feel like there's been like a massive amount of chemistry, like a lot of sexual attraction, a lot of physical energy between you and this person that has been keeping you feel very tied down to this situation. Like you can't leave. And you can leave as soon as you realize that you're not tied down. As soon as you realize that you're only here to realize you don't deserve to be here. That's why you're here. That's why you're in this situation with this person. That's why you're in this relationship with this person, or you're in this situationship with this person, or you're in this trying to make things better, to fight for it. Because sometimes the lesson is fight for it, and sometimes the lesson is know when to give up. You gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them, right? Let us heard that, right? Yeah. You got to know when you got something that's time that it's time to hold on to and to give energy to, and you got to know when you got it when you're dealing with something that doesn't deserve your time and your energy, because it's not giving back to you. You're not getting the justice. You're not getting what you deserve out of this situation. And it's time that you spend less time wondering why this person, this place, this thing, this whatever it is, isn't giving back to you, and you spend more time wondering why you're continuing to give to something that's not giving back to you. This 100% Hierophant is a major life lesson here. The spirit is really trying to ask you to learn about yourself, but also the Hierophant is about our paradigms, our thought process, how we think the world works, how we think we work, what we think we deserve, how at a base level, right? The Hierophant for me is, for me personally, when it's about readings like this, can really turn into kind of like what is the guidebook or the manuscript or the the instruction manual that we are following. What is it? Was it written very well, or you know is it just a bunch of pictures with arrows? You guys ever bought furniture like that or something like that? Or at my job, like at my job the other day, my manager asked me and like another one of my coworkers to like open up a box and like put together an object so that we could have it for display so that customers could look at it. And it was me, well, it was me, and then another one of my coworkers came up and decided that he was going to help us too. It was me and two guys. And you know how you guys are, how the whole thing, the stereotype of, like women actually want to look at directions and men don't. And I was like, I'm actually going to look at the directions. But I opened those directions, you guys, and there was nothing there. There was nothing there for us that would have helped us at all. It was a bunch of unhelpful pictures with like arrows that weren't at all how you actually had to put it together. We had to just figure it out. And it was terrible. It's a badly made product, to be honest. Like, oh my God, it took three of us all having our hands on it at the same time to put it together. And I was like, what the heck? This is not very made to be very user friendly. But that's the point, right? The manual that you were given was not very helpful. And Spirit is telling you how you've been thinking about the situation, why you've been doing the things that you're doing is not helping you. And it's time that you really examine and look at that, right? It's time to take off that blindfold and to really see what's going on here. Meow meow. Meow meow. I don't know if you guys can hear my cat. She's just being real cute in the background. Searching. Yeah. 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 For a lot of you, it's really time. This is a big tower moment for you here. It's a big tower relationship for you here. 6 of Pentacles. It's time for you to really start learning, hey, stop giving to situations that aren't giving back to you. Go inside with the Hermit card here and ask yourself why you're continuing to give to this, right? It's time, 10 of Pentacles, to realize that this is something you've been doing for a very long time. It's something that you were taught. It could be a generational toxic mindset that you're trying to overcome, okay? It could be something, it could be a mindset or an instruction manual that was passed down to you, okay? That wasn't written by a very friendly person, or their manual looked the same and that's all the manual they had, and then they gave it to you and they're like, yeah, I know it's shit, but it's all I give you. And then you're just like, okay, well, I'm going to rewrite this because this shit don't make no damn sense, right? Yeah. Yeah. The Lovers. So this is definitely a soulmate, karmic soulmate situation that you're in right here, okay? That is like, it's time for you to make a choice. It's really time for you to make a choice. I really feel like you and this person are probably both fighting that shadow energy, right? You're standing here before this, really fighting the shadow energy that's kind of looming over both of you. However, it's not your job to stick around and help that person see their way through their shadow. It's time for you to realize that you've done what you can do. You're in this situation, and it's time for you, to allow some of the shadow energy to heal for you, right? And that the shadow has a purpose. Our shadow has a purpose in our life. It's not there for just bullshit, right? Yeah, this is a cycle here that needs to end for you. The World card. Yeah. Eight of Wands. There is, and again, on the other side of this, okay? And on the other side of this is a brand new cycle with so many more opportunities opening up. It's time for you to stop wasting your time in this part and to go ahead and learn this lesson. Like, your spirit guides are like, okay, right? And it's fine. It's fine that you're a Queen of Cups. It's okay that you're kind and you're loving and you're kind-hearted, and it's okay. Because again, like I said, your shadow energy, see that shadow energy back there in the background? There's a reason that it needs to be integrated into who you are. You just need to know that when you're going along this, that you need to be able to do both, right? You need to know when it's time to hold them, and you need to know when it's time to fold them. Oh, what was that? What was that line? I don't know. I was watching something and somebody had some kind of line. And they were like, you better go on somewhere if I fold you up like a crumpled up shirt or something. I can't remember. Sorry. I can't remember the line. But that's what I'm hearing. You need to know when it's time to hold them, when it's time to give them that cup energy. And you need to know when it's time to fold them, when it's time to give them that sword. All right? %. Because that's when, like I said, you can go back to the 1, right? Spirit is asking you to go from that 10 and bring it back around to the 1. Give yourself a brand new passionate beginning. Because you got a little tangled up for a little bit. That's okay, right? 3 of Swords, there was some energy here that you need to pay attention to. King of Swords, but you and this person, King and Queen of Swords, it's not working out, right? And that's why it was a little hangman energy for a while here, right? Yeah. But you need to know that you're not going to be alone. That this is this is a work situation. It's going to work out. It's going to work. Walking away from this is going to work out for you, And I'm not saying that it has to be a permanent break between you and this person, but your boundaries need to be what they are. And for a lot of it, because I mean, like the 6 of Swords or the neither the 6 of Swords or the 8 of Cups came out here, but you need to know what your boundaries are. And you need to know that the way you've been thinking about the situation so far is not healthy for you. So it's time to allow this healing to come in here. Yeah, I just keep hearing that. Know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Know when this is worth investing in, Queen of Cups, or know when it's worth, Queen of Swords, to get the hell away from it. To put some distance in between you and this energy. All right, you guys. Well, I hope that helps you out. Thank you guys so very much for being here with me today. I really appreciate you guys. As always, if you like the content, give it a like. Let me know if this resonated for you in the comment section down below. All right. If you guys are interested in getting a personal reading from me or interested in any of the decks that I make here, you are more than welcome to check out the links in the description box down below. Thank you guys for all your love, for all your support. Thank you for everybody who gets a personal reading, who donates, who likes, who subscribes, who comments, who's just here viewing the reading. I really appreciate you guys. Subscribe to the channel if you feel like it. Okay, thank you guys so very much as always, and I will see you lovelies in the next one. Bye.